moment for you to enter just when Faisal had asked the question, what does it mean to be a nationalist in this day and age? I'll just give an introduction for you, because I didn't do that earlier. Most of you will be more familiar with Hyrbyair Marri's illustrious father, Hyrbyair Marri, who is, of course, has been a prominent Baloch nationalist leader for now several decades, coming into particular prominence during the war in Balochistan in the 1970s, and whom I must mention I had the great privilege to meet in Pakistan. But Hyrbyair Marri is not here today merely as his father's son. He is a public figure and a Baloch nationalist in his own right. He's also someone, and I find this particularly interesting, he's someone who has tried constitutional politics in Pakistan. He was a member of the assembly in Balochistan. He was a minister in the government of Balochistan before his current exile on his home. As we were just, as Yunas was mentioning before, there has been a significant escalation in the conflict in Balochistan in the last few years. One of the notable incidents being the killing of Nawab Bhupti in 2006. In the following year, there was also the reported killing under, as far as I know, still mysterious circumstances, of Baloch Marri, Hyrbyair Marri's brother, who was a leading Baloch nationalist on the ground in Balochistan. And shortly thereafter, as Yunas mentioned, there was the arrest of Hyrbyair and a colleague of his here in the United Kingdom on charges of inciting others abroad to acts of terrorism in the cause of Baloch self-determination. These charges were thrown out, and Mr. Marri and his colleague were acquitted by the British courts. And the presence of counsel such as Gareth Peirce and Helena Kennedy as their defense counsel reminded many of us of the Irish political prisoners and their defense by the same counsels in this country before. So perhaps whoever instigated this particular incident has perhaps unwittingly placed the Baloch conflict within a broader canvas of other global conflicts of a similar nature. So I'll hand over to Hyrbyair Marri now, and perhaps with the question foremost in our minds is, what is happening in Balochistan today? Because we have so little reliable information. And B, as you are in this discussion the voice of Baloch nationalism from the ground, as it were, why do you think independence is next?
So I thought I'll start with the map of Balochistan. First of all, show where Balochistan is actually historically. Yeah. Few historical facts we have to show. In Asia, subcontinent, you can say India, you can see Balochistan over here. And the dates on the map, they were printed in 1700, 1792, map of India. So Balochistan was there. The political borders were already drawn by our leader, Nuri Nasir Khan. He was a Khan who ruled Balochistan. He was the king of Balochistan. So it's almost 450 years ago, our political borders were already drawn. So we had relation with Ottoman Empire, diplomatic relation. This is another map, Khanate of Balochistan in 1857. Again, Balochistan is on the map as a nation. another map showing Balochistan as an, again, independent state with its borders all over. So now this Balochistan, the whole, here we can see all of Balochistan. Now there are eastern Balochistan and western Balochistan. Eastern Balochistan is occupied by Pakistan, as we say, and western Balochistan is occupied by Iran. That's another map printed in actually 1850 in Philadelphia. They were shown the whole borders of Balochistan. The reason for showing these maps, we have to show everyone that we were a nation, we had a diplomatic relation with the world, and now we've been reduced to provinces and administrative areas in 3 countries. This is, again, a map drawn by the British Empire. You can see Imperial Gazette of India on top. Because over here we can see Balochistan being divided. That this line is cut through half of Balochistan. This side is also Balochistan, but now it's being called Persia. You can see Persia, and this was the other half, eastern half of Balochistan, which was still called Balochistan, but under British rule. This is today an international border between Iran and Pakistan, drawn through Balochistan. I've started with the map because we are being portrayed by Pakistan mostly that we are separatists and we are fighting them, we are terrorists, lots of different names have been given. But the fact is that we were a nation for many hundred years. And when the British arrived, they started divide and conquer policy, and that's how this all started.